Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 6 of the Be Happy series. In today's episode, we are going to have lots of combs because I've been letting it run while I've been AFK here on the world. So, as you can see, my inventory already had some because I already collected them once, but this is probably about, I want to say like 3 or 4 hours of it running. So as you can see, we got lots of combs. And we have lots of drones. Lots of honey. That's great. Honeycombs are useful for the bees. As we saw in the store, a lot of them require the honeycombs to be handed in. So we can go into our quest book here. And we have an unclaimed reward. So, stringy comb. So now we can pick either unweary or diligent. I'm going to go with unweary drone. And now, if we remember from last time, we have this as well. So, we need 64 stringy combs. We're almost there, but not quite. So we just have to wait on a few more of those, which are coming from this one, the diligent. So now we could put in the unweary. And let them go. Actually, wait, I don't want both. Just in case we need one for something else. I'm not going to put him in there. Even though we could wait for him to run his course, we'll just wait and not do that. And then we want to put the automation in here. Okay, so I finally added the border to this, by the way. I don't know if that bothered anyone. I was going back looking at my video and I noticed that I never finished it, so finally got that done. I have the wires down here for that one. This one I only got one because I ran out of wires, so I don't know if this idea is going to work the way I want it to, at least not right now. I think for now, we might as well just leave this how it is, and maybe even we'll just fill in these holes. We'll just make that the bee area down there for now. Because like we said, we don't really need the crops at this point. We don't really run around, and I have quite a bit of bread, which we can make into toast. Come on, we need 4 more. This cultivated just creates so many honeycombs, it's crazy. Okay, so let's see what other quests we got going on here. So we have to wait on that, then we get some more apiaries and things. Over here, this would be really nice. We're gonna do this. Darn it, we don't have enough for that. Because we need some more of those production upgrades. That would be really nice to have. The beealyzer, that we need the centrifuge for. Which, I don't know if we get that in a quest or not. Over here we need copper and tin, so that is industrious and meadows, which we're not at that quite yet. Diligent and unweary gets us an industrious, so we could do that. We just got this diligent, and there's an unweary, so we'll put that in here. Industrious bees are nice because they give us the pollen, and the imperial drones or bees actually will give you regeneration. They give you health when they're running. It's really nice, and they give you royal jelly, and then you can use the 2 of those products to make other forestry related items. And as we were saying last time with the colored honey, that's easy to do, but oh wait, that actually gives us I think we should do this, because that would be very nice, and then I'd be able to set up that bee area up there. So in order to get this, we need a common and a diligent. Now I have the diligent here, so we'll take one of them drones. Haha, okay. First we'll complete this quest, then we'll go back to that. Okay, so now, stringy comb, we'll get the industrial, we got the genetic sampler and the genetic imprinter, as well as more cultivated and common princesses. Next is the bovine bee, so we need to farm, not combs for this one, but I am sure this is the last time you'll need to farm, so we need 128 wheat. I don't think I have that much. So we will have to go ahead and plant again, which means I'm going to need the crop sticks, watering can, the hoe, and some dirt. And while I'm thinking about it, we're going to quickly do this as well, the common and the diligent, to get the red. Okay, so now we have the red queen. We might as well go put you down here. We'll switch it out for the unweary. I think the unweary actually makes, more of the stringy comb. Wait, wrong thing. I need the recipe. No, I don't. I'm losing my mind. 30% versus 20. So yeah. So we'll switch you out. Because we already have drones of that anyway, so we want to get stocked up on some of the unweary drones. Alright, so now we can focus back on our farming here. So, I'll just go ahead and right back down where we were. Oh, I guess I'm in the wrong spot. There we go. Alright, so now the seed, I don't know how how mutated these are. I would like to know, but I guess maybe I could make a seed analyzer actually. I was gonna wait until, I think there's a quest for it, but so now I just realized that the seeds that I have to use are in here. Because these are all 111. So let's see. That one's at 9. Okay, so as we can see here, our biggest seed is this one, I think. Yes, and this is our second biggest. So what we'll do is we'll crossbreed these. And what I usually do is I just clear my inventory out, I put these next to each other, and then once these grow, then you place these, and then you get rid of these. Simple as that. And as you can see, you're getting multiple pieces of wheat with each one of these as you mutate the seeds, no matter what it is, not only seeds, just like pumpkin seeds, you know, melon seeds, whatever kind of seed you want to do. You get multiple of the product the farther you go. 10, 10, 10 is what you're aiming to get to if you want the most, I guess, bang for your buck is the way I'm going to put it. So let's see what we got here. We got 10, 5, 5. 10, 4, 4. Okay. So now I'm just going to empty my inventory out. And we'll just continue doing this until we get 10, 10, 10. Alright, let's see here. Oh, they're stacking. So I'm gonna guess this is the 10-10-10 one. Okay, great. So that didn't take very long. And then what I do is I just spread these babies out. And we'll just crossbreed. And then those seeds will spread. And then we just need to continue getting a little bit of wheat here. So just like that, we're almost already at our goal, just by mutating the few more steps that we needed. Alright, there we go. So I guess we'll just leave this here, even though we're not going to need it. We'll just leave it. So our next step can be to complete that quest. And then we get a Rocky Drone, Rocky Princess, and a genetic template. So then we unlock these two, which is wheat. So use the centrifuge to get the products from the comb. You'll find it in chapter 4. Okay, great. So that is where our centrifuge is, which is what I was looking for. So where do we earn it? From bronze, I'm gonna guess. Oh, okay, and this is good because the crescent hammer actually helps you. You could break the machines without like having to break them, kind of. Here, let me just show you because I don't know how to describe it. So let's just say we wanted to get rid of this. You just right click on it and then it'll come. And then we can just put it back. Oh, okay, this has quite a few chromosomes, so I'm not sure. Is it telling us to put it onto this Rocky Princess, I'm guessing? If we go back up here. I'll give you some materials to make an awesome bee that does the farming for you. Wheat for days. Oh yes, okay. So now we want to put down our new machines. So now all we need to do is put some labware in here, put this in there, and the princess. And then the same thing as the mutatron, that's what it's called. With more energy it'll go faster, but it's gonna go ahead and create this bee for us. And then the drone is to put in with the bee once it's created here. So in the meantime, we'll just go put these seeds back. And now the only reason why I'm saving these seeds is because later on, if we wanted to, we could actually create, I think it's called the farm block. So if we create this thing, it's basically a structure that can auto plant and auto harvest things, and it uses seeds in it in order to plant them and stuff. You could also use them for seed oil, which is used in the machines. So either way, you just want to keep your seeds basically. So now our bee hopefully is done, and we'll be able to create all of the combs and stuff that we need. And then we can get this next quest done. So now, as you see, we have the bovine princess. And we'll put you right in here. And we need the drone. And then see, with the industrial, you get stringy combs and pollen clusters. And then over here we have colored combs, which, how many do we need? 32. So we have to get the centrifuge in order to use this on it. We need to put the combs inside of it, and then it gives you the drops. So unfortunately we can't do that right now, but that's okay. Now we have combs for days. So I'm going to take out, no, not that, we want the automation. put you right in here. And then we'll get more combs and we'll have the automation going. And then we can go ahead and put the rest of our items away. And now what I'm going to do is take 64 of these stringy and we'll complete that other quest that we had. Where was it? Under machinery? No. Yes, here. Okay. So we can submit them. And then damp comb. We have enough of them as well, so then we'll be able to get more of these production upgrades. And we'll get more apiaries. And these are just great to have because it increases the amount of the combs you get. And like we previously stated, you can only have 8 max of the production in there. You can only have 1 automation and 4, I think, of the lifespan. Yeah, 4. It says there, maximum installed. And great, so now we're going to have a few of these left over, which is fine because we do have more apiaries up here in this chest, as well as in our inventory. Okay, so that completed that. Now we have climate control. So some bees need special treatment. Maybe these can make them feel more comfortable inside the apiary. So what these do is they basically create the environment that the bee needs. So for example, if you have a tropical bee, they like the jungle. So if you put this upgrade inside of it, it'll give it the perfect conditions. That's what I was talking about previously with this check mark up here. How it says the temperature and the humidity. As of right now, all the bees so far, I believe, have been okay on temperature and humidity. But, for example, let's just go to the tropical queen for a minute. So you could see it says temperature warm and the humidity is damp. And up 1 means it's okay if it's 1 higher than the temperature or the humidity that it says. But if it's not on the specified one, you do not get their specialty products. So, let's see, does this one have any? No. But this, with the spec, that means specialty. If there was anything down here, it would not produce those if it was, say, on hot as the temperature, which would be up 1 from warm. So that's just something to keep in mind. As you can see, the bovine, it creates the combs pretty fast. There's 9 already there. I think we need 32 if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 16, okay, so even less. So then once we get the combs, then we're going to have to get the centrifuge in the meantime. The milky combs come from... Oh no, these are actually a specialty product, I believe, yeah, from the bovine. So just as it goes on, eventually it'll create some milky combs as well. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer for those. They do not spawn as quickly or as frequently. Let's try to get these 2 bees. Alright, so the industrious and the meadows drone create the cuprum, which basically is the copper queen. So, industrious. I know in the store we could buy it, but we don't have that many clusters. I don't really want to go that way anyway. I would much rather create it. So, let's see how many drones we have right now. I don't think we have that many. No, we have 2. So, and see right there, there's the milky comb right there. Maybe we should put the automation in over here, just so that that continues to go. And this was diligent and unweary. So we could make another one of these. So I guess we'll just go with that route. So we do want to keep the automation out of there actually, because we need the drone and the princess separated in order to create this next bee. So we'll just create one more industrious, and then we will be able to get this bee right here. So that one needs industrious and meadows, and then the other one, and a trick for you guys in case you didn't know, well, two now that I just accidentally did that. If you double click on this, it'll highlight it and it will show you where the bee is, like if you have anything. So say you were going into your chest and you wanted to try and find it, it'll highlight it, and if you don't have it, then it won't highlight, obviously. And then if you use this little line that's above the enter key, it's like the straight line up across with the backslash, then you can search another thing and it'll show both. Okay, and then the stanum is industrious and forest, so we're gonna need two of the industrious, and then a forest and a meadows drone. Broke my leg. Okay, so let's just take these meadows out, because I don't need these guys specifically right now. We'll let this one just continue to go and create more drones, and this one, I mean, we could do both at the same time. Okay, so what I decided to do was I put the industrious back with the automation, so we'll just try to create a whole bunch of drones with these two, and then we could go ahead and use them to create another industrious princess or queen with the rocky drone, or I mean the rocky princess, because if you put in a rocky princess or any type of princess really, you can change the traits eventually. All you have to do is just make sure that you have a whole bunch of drones so that it continues to mutate properly. So if we do that, then we'll have enough of the industrious queens. Which that does mean that we need another rocky, so we do not have any more rocky in here, so we'll go ahead and buy one. Okay, there, now we have another rocky. And with all of those, I wonder what else we could buy here. And then as you can see, it resets in 1 day and 4 hours, so you just have to wait a little bit. And that means Minecraft hours and days. So what else could we get here? Could get some common. They might help. I feel like there was... No, there's not. Well, we can use a common and a cultivated to get a diligent. Which I'm not really all that opposed to doing, so why don't we just do it that way then? We'll get the diligent, and then we already have this one, so we'll go and put this down here. I'm out of spots. And take you out. And now, wait, if we put in the lifespan, it decreases the life it has. So it should make that go faster. And then we'll grab our diligent bee here. So then we're good on that. We have a diligent bee saved. We have Rocky. We will have the industrious. Okay, so we're almost there with the wheat, but we still have quite a few milky combs to get to. So here we need the 16, and then we need 16 again. So for these, I'm going to choose the lifespan upgrades. And then there should be at least 2 requests, I think, that are going to pop up because we're only at 44%. So that can't be all that's there. And then here, once again, we need the centrifuge to get this. This one is nether bees, which these guys do sting. How do we make these? Embittered and cultivated, or cultivated and modest. I think we do have cultivated and modest. Have cultivated. Or do we not have a modest? Maybe we don't. Nope. Okay, so then how do you make a modest? Modest is one that is just found. Okay, so we could buy it most likely. How do we buy a modest? Okay, we have that, so we could do this, and then we'll get this going. What I usually do is I just go ahead and stick it right over in the nether, and I don't go back for quite a bit of time, and I just let it run its course. And the easiest thing to do is just take your little machine here. We get one of the solar panels. I think that works. No, actually that doesn't work. I lied. You want to take your chunk loader and then take this thing right here. And then you can hook that up. And this should be enough energy in order to create this bee. So wait, first we need the modest in here with the cultivated. Then we get the sinister. These ones do sting you. That's what that meant by that they hurt or they bite or whatever it said. This is one that the bee suit would be handy to use for, but that's okay, we don't need it. Alright, we should be safe. So we'll just go ahead and stick the bee right here. We'll put our chunk loader. We only need it to be in one chunk. Make sure that it's actually in this chunk. It's not. Alright, and then you just add your hardened cell. Send energy over. And what did we need for this? We need 32, so we do need quite a few. We'll just add in automation and production upgrades here, and we'll just let that go, and we'll come back in a little bit for that. In theory, I should have moved it over a little bit more so that it wasn't by the portal, but that's okay, because I'm probably going to forget about it anyway. Okay, so now we have one of the industrial and two. We have both of these ready. So now we can add that back in. Go ahead up here. And we'll create these two bees. So there's our stannum, that is technically the tin. And then we have the industrious in the meadows to make the cuprum, I think it's cuprum, which is copper. And if you were wondering about that zombie head and stuff, why we got that, it was because I killed a zombie pigman before that was standing in the portal, And so the drops just went right through the portal, and I never got them until then. So there. Now we just need to go ahead and put these guys down there. And now we're just going to have to be choosy with which ones we want to have automation. I really should just figure out a better way to do these bees, but I can never figure out a productive way to set them up. I always get confused, and it's just no fun. So if you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave them down below. Okay, so now we'll have both of these guys go ahead and create their little drops. Most of these bees are empty now, I think. The red one, we have 40, so we don't need you to go anymore. And go ahead and empty our inventory out again. Okay, so I just slept, I emptied my inventory, and now I'm looking at this quest. So this is saying the dripping comb, and if you read over here, it's saying to make noble bees, which is the beginning of the imperial and industrious age, which we already have the industrious. So if we do this, it might help us out. And then with noble and cultivated, you get majestic. And we're closer to the end. I'm not sure what that's talking about, what the end is. I know that the industrious and the imperial are both ending ones. If they're shiny, that means they're at the end of like the line. So maybe that's what it's talking about. So if we take cultivated and a common, I think it said. Or no, noble is the diligent, isn't it? No. Oh no, it's noble or diligent you choose. So common and cultivated. Common, cultivated. Instead of the diligent, we'll choose noble, and we'll get this one going. And we'll just grab these, because I don't know what the heck I did down here now. I'll just place right here. Alright, so that'll produce, then we add these guys. As you can see, it's producing nuggets for us. And we needed 16 of each, so we have to let them go a little bit. And then we'll get some of the sturdy casing, and these can be used to make our centrifuge, which is right here, with some copper. And as you can see now, we're getting the dripping combs from this noble queen, so we'll be on our way in order to complete this quest as well. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap the episode up here. I'll continue to let these bees run and just collect combs. I'll let it just sit here in the background on my computer. What I did last time was I just stood right in this spot and I blocked myself in with some blocks. I'll just grab something, and then that way if a mob came, then I'd be protected. They can't shoot me, they can't get to me, they can't see me. Be a-okay. So there, should be good. I think I have everything blocked off anyway, so that they can't spawn. So anyway, we'll wrap the episode up here. Can't really see me in here. There we go. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Be Happy. Make sure to leave your suggestions for the series down below. If there's anything you want me to create around the world as we're waiting for the bees and things like that. Any suggestions on how to better set up the bees. I know my little area upstairs might work, but right now we can't do that because of the wiring situation. So anyway, thank you so much for all of your support, and thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye, guys.